You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, I'm Tom Wade. Here is a look at your top stories. High surf is already bringing flooding to some local areas as conditions are expected to only get worse. There is already trouble today in Ventura. SkyCal was over the coastline where some streets were flooding. High surf advisories remain in effect for Ventura County. County officials say multiple rescues have already been made, including 8 people who were hit by a rogue wave. Luckily, no one was seriously injured. Wow, looks like something out of a movie there. Things took a dangerous turn very quickly, as you saw this afternoon along Seaward Beach in Ventura. This video shows a group of people racing to escape that massive wave. And those large waves are bringing all the surfers to Orange County. In Newport Beach, the large swells were hard to ignore. And we have team coverage beginning with KCAL News meteorologist Alex Biston, who has more on those dangerous conditions. Alex.
Hi, Tom. Yes, we do have the high surf warning in effect across Ventura County beaches, as well as the advisory, the high surf advisory. So here is the breakdown. We have surf sets up to 20 feet along the Ventura County coastline. Los Angeles, Orange County, 7 to 12 feet. Local sets 15 to even 20 feet. So we also have the coastal flood advisory. This is all with us through late Saturday. So we'll continue to see the high surf at the coastline and increased risk of ocean drowning. So I can't emphasize enough that if you do not have experience in the water, you really just want to be staying outside as we head through the next few days. Otherwise, we will be dry as we head through tomorrow. That is all set to change as we head into Saturday. I'm tracking the next storm system that is expected to bring us some wet weather, slight chance of thunderstorms and snow above 7,000 feet. So we could see a few inches above that snow level. Otherwise, the storm door is open. We're tracking a few rounds of wet weather as we head beyond Saturday. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Temperatures as we head into tomorrow will be a lot like what we're feeling today. So we'll feel upper 60s across downtown Los Angeles, low 70s in Woodland Hills. Thousand Oaks coming in at 64 degrees, low 60s in Palmdale, Riverside in the low 70s as we head into tomorrow. So want to walk you through the Futurecast model and show you exactly when the rain is expected to move through. So we'll see clouds increase as we head into tomorrow. That rain starting to spread from north to south as we head into early Saturday. So here's 4:15 in the morning. Maybe you're sleeping at this hour, but probably by the time you get up, you are going to see the wet weather move through. Slight chance of thunderstorms, and we will have that shower activity continue into the afternoon and the early evening hours. How much rain could we see? Well, we are looking to see anywhere from 1/4 of an inch, some areas a little closer to 1/2 an inch of rain. So it will primarily be light showers, again, with that slight chance of thunderstorms, and any thunderstorms that we do see could produce locally heavier rainfall. Watching another system move through as we head late Sunday into Monday. This one just looks to skirt to the west and a little far south to get any shower activity. We're still putting slight chance of showers in the forecast as we head late Sunday into early Monday. We dry out Tuesday, and then watching another system roll through as we head into the middle of the week. So again, the storm door is open, tracking a few chances for wet weather. And here is the 7-day forecast. Temperatures in the upper 60s tomorrow. Rain will move through as we head into Saturday. Temperatures will drop, and we do have a slight chance for some showers late Sunday into Monday, and then more wet weather, the chance of it as we head into the middle of next week. Tom?
All right, Alex, as we've been showing you, Ventura County is getting the brunt of the damage from these big waves. KCAL News reporter Luz Delia Caballero has more on efforts to clean up ahead of more dangerous conditions.
I'm Luz Delia Caballero with KCAL News, and we are here at Emmawood State Beach on a road that is in and out of flooded conditions. And this is the result of the high swell. Lots of debris. We see cars trying their best to come in, roadways trying to be cleaned up as best and as quickly as possible by Caltrans. You can see that right there. And cars, again, trying their best to really navigate their way out of this beach before it is closed. You can clearly see that the water has brought in debris. We've seen waves that are easily more than 12 to 15 feet high hitting the piers that are, of course, closed. But check out this road that, again, is in the process of being cleared and eventually will be closed down. There are parts like over there where you see that U-Haul truck there, flooded. I'm going to try to get as close as possible so you can really see the effects of this swell. But there you have it. Lots of debris. Keep it here on KCAL all afternoon, all evening long as we continue to work to give you the very latest about what's going on here in Ventura.
All right, down south in Orange County, there are large waves as well, and many people are using the impressive surf as a reason to hit the beach. KCAL News reporter Michelle Geely has more from Newport Beach.
This is the spot to be today, 28th Street, just north of the Newport Beach Pier. The surf is ripping, as they say, sets of 6 to 8 feet and some even higher. And look at how many people are on the beach behind me here just watching these surfers in the water on these magnificent waves. So this swell came in, and today is when they expected it to be really good surf. They're thinking it may extend into tomorrow, and this pertains to west-facing beaches like the one where I am standing, and also Huntington Beach we see has some pretty good surf. There's one guy that I talked to who woke up in La Quinta. He drove here from the desert to the sea because he'd heard about this swell. He came and surfed for a couple of hours, and now he's on his way on the freeway back to the desert. So that's how committed some of these surfers are. One other thing I want to point out here, you can see this berm behind me. It stretches the length of this beach. And the reason they've put it in here is in case with high tide, the waves come up and come up to this area on the beach. This is a very wide beach, so we're not expecting that there would be any flooding or impact to the homes you see behind me here. But they're doing this as a precaution. Every so often you'll see the skip loader come through and carve out this little freeway in the middle of the sand. So an exciting day on the beach if you surf or if you love to watch surfers or just want to get outside in the beautiful sunshine. This is the spot.
All right, up north in Santa Cruz, potentially deadly conditions prompted evacuation orders and warnings for people to stay away from the water. Despite those warnings, people are still going into the waters near the wharf. And more impressive and dangerous waves today along California's central coast. This video was taken in Pebble Beach. Well, getting sick this time of year is not uncommon, but LA County is reporting a spike in respiratory illnesses. Case numbers are higher compared to the last holiday season. Of course, we have been tracking all of this, and we've seen a lot of patients enter the emergency room going in for a number of different conditions, whether or not they have the flu, possible RSV, sometimes COVID. These triple situations can be very, very dangerous for people in certain conditions who have pre-existing conditions and, of course, who have to visit the doctors for any number of conditions. We have today emergency room doctor Angelique Campen here to shed some insights on what's going on this year. And thanks so much, as always, Dr. Campen. You've been so wonderful keeping our viewers up to date on what's going on out there. What do you think is causing sort of this influx right now with these respiratory illnesses?
Well, we always see a rise in upper respiratory infections, viral illnesses in the wintertime because we're indoors. There's a lot of holidays and travel, so things spread easily. But because we have these 3 viruses all at once, we're seeing significantly higher volumes in the emergency department, RSV, influenza, and COVID. And I think it also is because there's been a little maybe vaccine fatigue. The numbers of people that have been immunized against the flu this year is down. The number of people that are up to date on their COVID boosters is down. So that is one way to protect yourself.
That's always such an important piece there, right? I mean, right now, it's not too late, though, right? You can still get those vaccines for either the flu or for COVID if you haven't gotten them already.
Or getting very sick.
Yes. So it takes about 2 weeks to get immunity. So if you haven't gotten your flu shot yet, we are still seeing increasing numbers of flu. So I would still recommend going out and getting it now. The best time to get it is in October, but if you haven't gotten it, it's not too late.
That's good advice. And what are the recommendations you have for people who might have some anxiety about New Year's weekend, being in big crowds, going to parties, and so forth?
So if you are at high risk, I recommend wearing a mask. And high risk is if you're elderly, if you have other medical issues, things that if you did get one of these respiratory illnesses, you might end up in the hospital. But otherwise, just do your best to stay away from sick people, keep your hands clean, make it a habit to never touch your nose or your eyes. That's where the viruses enter. And if you do get sick, then if you're not at high risk, you need to rest. You need to stay in bed, hydrate, reduce your fever with any over-the-counter fever reducer. There's really no need to rush to the emergency department. If you do feel that you need some medical advice, you might want to try an urgent care first.
Dr. Campen, always sharing super important medical advice for us. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
All right. All right, getting a sneak peek of the beautiful Rose Parade floats before the rest of the world. Today, the public is invited to see the final preparations at the Rosemont Pavilion in Pasadena. And it's not too late to still go. The event ends at 5 p.m. with the last entry at 4. This has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back live at 4 here on CBS News Los Angeles.